Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. So here we are doing our first video of 2021. And today I just want to keep it really chill, simple, and relaxing. We're going to pot up our Thai Constellation Monstera cutting that we have propagating and rooting in water. And we're going to move it into sphagnum moss medium to kind of help develop the roots a little bit more. While I do that, I'm going to share with you guys a bit on what's to come with my channel this year, a bit of my planting resolutions for 2021, and then give you guys a bit of a life update with what's going on since I decided to pursue the crazy plant life about 3 months ago. I know we're only about 10 days into the new year, notwithstanding everything that's going on out there. I hope you guys are remaining safe, healthy, and in good spirits. For those of you guys who's been following me for a while, you kind of know the background story with my Thai Constellation Monstera. So I got 2 of these plants about maybe 2 summers ago, I think in 2018. And I got them as a baby plant. They've done well, they've grown well. Unfortunately, they got attacked by thrips. So that is the reason why I cut the top off about maybe 8 weeks ago, 7 or 8 weeks ago, because I really wanted to kind of start over. The plant was growing really not good. A lot of the leaves were infected with thrips. So I kind of just removed a bunch of them. And now we have these 2 vines or single vines that are now propagating and rooting in water. One is doing really well, which is the one we're gonna pot up in sphagnum moss. And you guys can see how well these roots are starting to develop. Now, the roots aren't as developed or enough for me to want to pot it into a aeroid mix or potting soil type of medium. However, at the same time, I also don't want to leave these guys rooting in water for a long time because then they're going to get kind of used to that aquatic type of environment. So the alternative to that is to pot it into a sphagnum moss medium, which is a great kind of in-between potting medium if you are trying to develop the roots a little bit further. Now, you guys know healthy roots means healthy plants, so that is the reason why I want to do this. And then maybe come summer, we can then move this guy now from sphagnum moss to a more of an aeroid mix. Now, a few of you guys are probably wondering, can you actually, go from water to aeroid mix or soil mix? Yes, you can. I actually have done a few Monstera cuttings from water into a potting soil. I actually did a recent video on my elbow that we moved from water propagation into an aeroid mix. And the reason why I did that was because the roots was a little bit more developed. Unlike this one is still pretty good, but I want to be on the safe side. I want to keep the roots really healthy. So we're going to put it into sphagnum moss, and then I'm going to move it into this 5-inch container. And so that's pretty much what we're going to do. So you pretty much just want to put a layer of moss first at the bottom of this container. And the moss is wet. It's not like soaking because I do still want to water this after I pot it. And I am only using a 5-inch container because you don't want to go too big when it comes to your pot. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that it has room to grow for the roots, but also plants like Monstera, they like to be a little bit more snug or a little bit more root bound. So you kind of want to make sure you don't go too big. And this pot I'm using right now, I did get it off Amazon. It has a lot of holes on the side, so this thing will probably dry up within a couple days. And then I'm gonna have to water it again, which is fine because these guys were used to rooting in water. So that's another reason why I like to use sphagnum mosses, because you can water it a lot more frequent than you would say in potting soil and not risk root rot, because sphagnum moss has a lot of air pockets. So it allows that oxygen to kind of flow through the roots and not suffocate it where it's gonna cause root rot. So what's to come on my channel this year? Of course, we're gonna continue to do our classic videos like houseplant tours, how to care for houseplants, because I know a lot of you guys love that. And maybe touch a little bit more on beginner type of videos like lighting, watering, soil, because there's always newbies joining the community every day, which I'm happy to hear about. It's a growing community. It's so exciting to see so many people fall in love with plants, which is awesome. At the same time, I also want to make them a little bit more different and fun. Maybe incorporate a bit more of I don't know, I have a few ideas on how to make, even potting Q&A a little bit more interesting and fun. Maybe, invite a friend to kind of help, ask some Q&A questions while I eat some hot wings and we talk about plants, because I don't like spicy food. I'm just kidding. I really don't actually. We'll see. But at the same time, I also want to continue to do those skits. I am enjoying them. I'm going to be honest. I know you guys enjoy them, but I secretly do like to do it. I don't know. I think there's a bit of challenging myself creatively, putting my acting skills to good use. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I want to do a bit more of that. And at the same time, I also want to try and incorporate a bit more of maybe the business or the YouTube side of having a plant account, if that makes sense. I know I've talked about that and mentioned that in the past about, you know, how to start a YouTube channel or how to grow your Instagram page or how to sell on Amazon or how to grow a brand. Part of the things I miss at my old job, which, you know, for those of you guys who's been following me for a while, you know, I quit my very successful and lucrative and career I love so much about 3 months ago. You know, notwithstanding my reasons for leaving, I do miss the people there. And one of the things I do miss is teaching digital marketing or interacting with my colleagues about, like, you know, business strategies. It's another passion of mine, right? And that's the reason why I was in business for about 17 or 18 years. So I do miss that. So I was just thinking about, like, maybe I should start a new channel on how to, like, you know, do that stuff, teach people, mentor people. The only thing is it does take a lot of time. You know, managing one YouTube channel is already a lot of work. But I also do want to continue to pursue other interests. You know, you guys know I put out a coloring book out there, which I'm happy and it's doing really well. And thank you guys so much. Ta-da! For those of you guys who got one, so cool to see all your creative work. I'm gonna post a few pictures here of how you guys are kind of coloring these plants. It amazes me because, you know, even when I started coloring, I wasn't into coloring at first, but when I started to, like, color plants, you kind of really get into it and get lost into it. And then you can really try and be creative with the different types of coloring you can do, whether pencil crayons, markers, gel pens, or even watercolor. But yeah, really thank you guys for the support. So that was kind of one of my goals and projects to do last year. And now that that's out of the way, we're gonna continue on with building a few more Crazy Plant Guy products this year. So those are stuff I'm working behind the scenes. Again, there's a lot I want to do. There's only me still, so we'll see how much we can do. But notwithstanding all of that, I am going to continue to commit making these videos, helping you guys with your plant journey. And, you know, whatever video I put out there, I hope you guys will definitely find it at least entertaining, helpful, and educational at the same time. But here's our Thai Constellation Monstera. It is now in sphagnum moss, which I'm happy about. And we're gonna obviously water this guy and then allow that water to drain through. I'm actually gonna put this one in the greenhouse because thrips don't like high humidity, and the greenhouse has a high enough humidity to kind of really help with that issue I have, in addition to obviously spraying this down, you know, weekly or whenever I'm watering it and with my insecticide soap. But yeah, so here it is. Our other cutting, what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave this guy in water because I want the roots to develop a little bit more before we move it into sphagnum moss. For those of you guys asking what happens when you cut off a Monstera to the mother plant, like, does it continue to grow? It does continue to grow. You guys can see here, these are the two mother plant vines, and there's already growth points that's shooting out. One has this leaf that's starting to unfurl, which I'm excited about. And then the other one has about 2 new leaves that's probably gonna shoot out. Some of these growth points might not grow throughout the year. A couple of them may be dormant. You know, sometimes when it comes to these mother plants, they can only focus so much energy on trying to shoot out a couple of vines, but we'll see. But nonetheless, I was happy that I made the call to cut this up because it wasn't looking. You guys, I think, saw what this looked like on my Instagram stories one time. It was not happy, it was not healthy. So I want to start over and see what we can do with these cuttings now. But really happy with this one. This one has a new leaf, and hopefully this unfurls and gives us a beautiful one. This one isn't as variegated as this one that you see here. But nonetheless, both are beautiful plants, and this one has a new leaf that just unfurled that you guys can see there. So here's our Thai Constellation Monstera cutting. For those of you guys who's new to my channel or new to plants, and you guys are wondering how you go about cutting your Monstera, I've done a lot of videos on that in the past, so I'll link it at the card up here and just check that out. But that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to come on here and share with you guys a bit of what's to come on my channel this year, and give you guys a bit of an update with my life while we pot up our Thai Constellation Monstera here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your weekend, and until the next one, we'll see you guys soon. Peace. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you gave it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to my channel. If you are looking for more planting content like how to care for your houseplants, click right here.